And we back with another episode of the Game Changers podcast. We got T. Horton in the building, Mayor Socrates, Nick Madden, Gnome G, and we got special guest host, the youngest in charge, young Chucky. Hey, the topic was brought up. CP3 got sent home. Open up the floor. What do you guys think about that?
Disrespectful. Yeah. The asshole behavior done caught up to CP3. He too old. He want to be a general out there. You know, I know players probably try to respect it. The coaching staff and the ownership probably try to respect it, but he probably was, he was probably doing some disrespectful shit because he be doing disrespectful shit in front of the crowd and he be doing all kinds of shit. So I can only imagine when there ain't no camera and you just back there kicking it in the locker room and practices and how he really be.
Yeah.
So,
bruh,
yeah.
He probably one of them niggas who will tell Ty Lue, nigga, I was better than you everywhere, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But y'all don't
he
think
probably would tell Ty Lue
that way a little bit?
Man, in all honesty, I feel like that was an unfair call, to be honest. They know it did farewell to him. They should have just let it know and let it ride out. I mean, he been
That's
like
the part,
this his whole career. In all honesty,
that part.
He been like this his whole career. He been a slow jumper his whole career. He been a leader his whole career. He been a boss his whole career. To just see him go out like that, I don't think that would call for, to be honest. Because technically, if you want to just say attitude, I mean, Kawhi Leonard, he ain't playing it off. I mean, you got guys that ain't contributing to the team. So why those guys feel that in?
And that's probably what they didn't like. They didn't like that because that's what they were saying with the report. They were saying that he was saying things to the coaching staff, to ownership, and the other players that they probably basically didn't like, and they ain't want to hear it, so they sent him off. So that's probably what he was telling them. He's like, man, there's people here who ain't doing the damn thing. So, why the hell? What's going on? What y'all doing? Y'all trying to win? And they ain't want to deal with it, so they sent him off. Which, it was disrespectful. Because everybody already know how Buddy is.
So no warning, just said go home.
Yeah, because I guess there was it was a delay. They had a delay in Atlanta or something like that, to fly into the game or whatever. And I guess, I don't know, during the delay, they were like, fuck this shit. So we about to just tell him before we even get to our next game that he about to get sent home. So clearly something probably happened during that delay.
Reports have said that, Ty Lue and Chris Paul haven't been on speaking terms in weeks. So what kind of shit is that? If you and your coach ain't spoke in weeks, like, that's not a good sign for your floor general. But like we talked about earlier, CP3 is like a real strong personality, and he's a natural born leader. Of course, he just, but he ain't as good as he once was. So, teams probably aren't willing to, put up with all of that if he's not producing to the level that he once did before, and still talking all this old, veteran shit but it is disrespectful. You don't send him home. Hey, find another way to handle it. He already announced that he was not going to be coming back next year. This is going to be his farewell tour. He's the best player in Clippers history. That's another part of this. The best player in Clippers history. So, I mean, let him rock.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, it's not like the Clippers are in dire need of a point guard. You got James Harden running point guard over there. Had Harden not been over there, this would have been a different outcome. But No, it's bogus that they did him the way they did him, but at the same time, they don't really need him.
So use me until you don't
Just
need
because
me.
you don't
And then use me
need
like
me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying
that's basically what they did though. We got Harden. We
that's
don't
what
need
they
him anyway.
did. You dig what I'm saying?
We
But at the
got
same
Harden.
time,
The
like
best
he,
player.
but at the same
The
time, like
best
I was
player.
saying, you know, he been that way forever. You dig what I'm saying? And as we get older, it's the same way we say about Westbrook. You know, as you get older, you're not the same player you once was. So, you know, your ways, you have to tone it down a little bit. You feel me?
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm gonna say it like this, in all honesty and truthfully. Chris Paul, like you said, he's one of the best Clippers ever. They just hand down. Chris Paul know what it takes to win as a Clipper, first and foremost. Not saying that he didn't want to ring or anything with the Clippers, but Chris Paul did a lot for the Clipper organization. And with the little Lob City show that he had going on with DeAndre Ayton and Blake Griffin, he know how to organize his team. So for him to speak his mind, I feel like that was on the fair because he did it before. So he know what it takes to get the team to another level. And if he probably told the coaching staff just what it is, then they got respected. Because, and truthfully, the Clippers done lost the last 2 games to mediocre teams. There's no way possible the Clippers should have lost to
They 5-16.
There's no way possible.
5-16 is their record right now, Chuck.
That's what I'm saying. So losing to the Dallas Mavericks with no Kyrie, with no Anthony Davis, that's unheard of. Cooper Flag coming in and set a career high on y'all. Man, come on, man, that ain't realistic.
So, hey, Chuggy, and I want to add Nick Madden too. You don't think that undermined the coach? You know, Coach Nick, you tell me, if you got a player who, you know, more vocal than you are, and he feel like he running shit, don't that undermine your authority as a coach?
I mean, in Ty Lue case, they ain't been winning anyway though. But like I said, it's the difference though, because it's the difference in age also too though. But I'm willing to hear what my players got to say or whatnot like that too. I mean, I just asked the boy the other day, like, what do you know what I'm saying? What do y'all run on y'all other basketball team that y'all feel comfortable with and things like that? Now with the Chris Paul situation though, I mean, they got all this. Well, they got a lot of old guys, but I know their record should be better than what it's showing and stuff like that. But I mean, for to do him like that, it is kind of wrong because he was on his farewell tour though. But he must be getting on their nerves a lot. And like I said, these grown men though, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be all right. I think he'll get picked up by somebody. I'd like to have him in Houston though. I'd like to have him in Houston.
But okay, so what if this? All right, you said that you asked your players' opinions. What if Ty Lue out here giving instructions and Chris Paul is right there in front of everybody? Now we ain't doing that. That shit don't work. Fuck all that. But we're gonna try it this way.
I mean, I don't know what he out there doing though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what he doing.
I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna give you that. That's a valid point what you just said.
All right, moving on.
If he out there doing it like that, then you know I think it probably best war to part ways with Paul. But like I said, man, Paul know what it takes to help that team win. But he do. But I get what you saying also. If I'm the coach of the team, I can't orchestrate or do my job correctly if you know what I'm saying, just basically taking over the flow.
And yeah, that's all I was asking. Like, that's a difference between asking for his opinion and him just giving straight pushback. Like if he's out there disrupting them and giving pushback, then I can understand sending them home. But that should have been a conversation that should have been had, not just behind his back and then say, "Hey, you got to go."
And then one other part of this I want to bring up, Nick, is maybe, you know, Chris Paul, one of the players that have made some of the most money in NBA history, 6th all time in NBA career earnings. Maybe he don't want to hear what these coaches, and you know what coach can tell him anything at this point, where it's kind of like you gonna have people saying exactly what Chuck's saying. He knows what it takes because he done it before. So if you ain't a coach that a Phil Jackson level coach or somebody who can say that. Well, I've done this also. Chris Paul ain't respecting what you saying.
That's what I was about to say. It's about respect, though. Yup, it's definitely about the respect. Now, I think Ty Lue got a championship or something like that. He won a ring and things, but with those two, I don't know. It might be some respect that ain't got. You know, what I'm saying some conversation like y'all said they didn't have or whatnot. So it's a communication thing, a barrier right there for sure. And like you said, that money that he made, I don't think it's the money that he made for him to feel like he can just tell them things like that. But it could be some type of respect or ego thing they might get on clashing on though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he signed to the Clippers just to lose his farewell tour. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure he want to compete for something.
I mean, let's be real. If you a headache or a cancer in the locker room, let's be honest now. Chris Paul is averaging 2.9 points, 1.8 rebounds a game. At this point, they ain't in the playoffs. It's gonna take
on limited minutes. He's not getting.
But I'm just
real.
saying. So at this point, we going off the name as opposed to what you bringing to the table at this point, man. So
hold up, let me stop you one more time.
I'm still not agreeing with what they did was right, but at the same time, like you on your last leg, man. You just come out here and do what's asked of you,
bro. Who say he on his last leg though? Because he just started 82 games last year for the Spurs. 82 games.
I give you that, and he got waived, right?
No, he didn't get waived.
He got traded.
No, he was a free agent. He just started 82 games for the Spurs. 82 games for the Spurs last year.
I give you that, which is the longest he played in forever.
But I'm just saying, it ain't like he just on his last leg to where it's just, I don't think he getting minutes. I don't think Ty Lue and Chris Paul, because man, you telling me you can't see Chris Paul telling Ty Lue that I've done more than you ever did, and I was a better player.
I can definitely see that happening from Paul.
Exactly. So
yeah, I don't think Paul
that quit, man. Yeah. We're not doing this bullshit, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he had to. I don't think he had to saying that though. You know what I'm saying?
Though, he ain't getting no minutes either though. You gotta understand, he really ain't getting no playing time, man. They're being all fair and honest and true. Like at some point, James Harden and Kawhi, they gotta come out the game, bro. Let's just be realistic, bro. He still ain't getting no playing time, even with the second string, bro.
He averaging what, 15, 14 minutes a game?
Man, bro, that man just played like what, 4 minutes or 3 minutes, 5 minutes total, one game.
Facts.
Like, about 3 or 4 games ago, he literally played in the first quarter, didn't touch the floor no more at all. Like they basically just wouldn't put him in the locker room. And told, like,
you can tell Ty Lue don't rock with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a strong personality, bro. You got to be able to deal with this man like that. And you know, see, it's hard. A nigga damn near same age as you, walking around him up acting like he knows more than you, and you the damn head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, hey, it's hard, man. Who knows what situation popped it off? But like I said, it's been reported Chris Paul and Ty Lue haven't been on speaking terms in weeks. And they 5-16 when they made this move. 5-16. So, I mean, y'all already losing.
Well, maybe this is the best.
All right, compared to this though.
Gil said they giving him the mellow treatment.
I seen Stephen A. and he made a valid point. He said even if they were going to North San Paul waited with Chris Paul, he said they should have waited till they got to a home game. Then somebody should have went to talk to Chris Paul and said, look, hey, this, that, and the third, and let's just buy you out of your contract. But to actually do Chris Paul the way they did, like he a rookie or like he ain't contributing to the game, like he ain't put it down, like
send him home.
Who he is.
Send him home. That shit disrespectful.
Yeah. That was total disrespect.
Yeah, I would say like it's basically showing you though that the NBA, because you know, like in the comments from Glenn saying they giving them the mellow treatment. Once you get to a certain age, because even Bron getting it right now, even though Bron is showing reasons why he kind of getting it, but that's another story. That's another show. But when you get to a certain age, the NBA they start to turn that back on you to bring in the new era. That's what's just happening to all these guys right now. That's why you're seeing that. And Chris Paul, I think, is just the prime example of what's going on with that. Like, you know, if we feel like you ain't contributing or we can't get along with you, we don't like what you're saying. Hey, you already 40 years old. We don't need you to be out here. You can just go home, pack your bags. We'll holler at you. You know what I'm
saying? He's at that point in his career where his name ain't as big as his motherfucking stats no more.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Clippers looking for him to score. I'm just, well, you know what I'm saying, not score how he used to be. I just think he might be there for the just to be controlling the second unit. You know what I'm saying? Mentor
to the second unit, yeah. Like a mentor to the second unit, yeah.
Cause they ain't looking for him. They ain't looking for him to be the superstar CP3. Hey, just control the offense when James Harden on the bench. But clearly, they don't even want that. So, like I said, it got to be some type of personal issue they got. And remember now, he was part of the people that when the old owner got fired or got bought out, or however it goes or whatever. So he was a part of that team too now, and he was on the move and he was very vocal then. So hey,
I also been seeing. Hey Nick, I also been seeing the internet asking for Chris Paul to be picked up by OKC Thunder due to his relationship with SGA, which he kind of mentored him throughout his process. But I was saying that if anybody, Westbrook should get that championship if they're gonna pick some veteran up to give him their flowers. Westbrook, the most storied player in OKC history, but I know he don't fit into what they doing, and I know Westbrook's still more involved, and Chris Paul more willing to sit back and kind of mentor. I don't know if Westbrook is. So, what do you think about that part of it?
Crazy. That's crazy you say that, because I actually seen that myself. On my mom, I actually seen that myself, to be honest with you. And I noted that Shea actually tweeted out, he reached out to Chris Paul right after the fact of Chris Paul tweeting that he basically did sorry now that he gets to going home, he packing his bag. And Shea ended up reacting to it. And Shea told him, let's basically finish what we started together. So actually, I think, OKC is going to go ahead and pick Chris Paul up just off the screen of Shea Alexander. And to be honest, I think it'll be better for CP3 anyway. Because, like, it ain't no love over there on the Clippers for him no more. Clearly. You see what's going on. In all honesty, clearly ain't no love over there for him, man. I hate to say that like that. And like I said, as a future Hall of Famer and a person who really put it down in his career, I hate to say it, that ain't no love on the team for somebody like that. But ain't no love on the Clippers for CP3, man. So I think going ahead, doing that farewell tour with the Thunder would be actually way better for CP3 due to the fact that OKC is actually on a winning record and they on a winning tour right now. I think that'll do him some justice because it'll bring him more peace and he'll be able to sit back and just play the back man role behind Shea.
But they got a lot of young boys behind Shea. They got goddamn 4-5 lottery picks coming up. Like, the Clippers that fucked up the whole league by giving OKC all these goddamn picks. Bruh, it's about to be bad for the next 5 years. So, yeah, I don't even think he can play the back row. He gonna have to actually sit on the 12th man on the bench and not play and ride the bench because they got too many guys, young guys coming up with OKC. They got too many high.
I think because of him being a vet, one of those young guys will let him play. They'll move to the side because they know they got plenty more years to come. He only
the coach will let him play.
Well, yeah,
I don't mean to get off topic.
Just out for respect factor.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna take over. I don't mean to get off topic, but it basically similar to the story. Okay, look at Kobe Bryant farewell tour. Nobody in history, NBA history, thought to even play with Kobe Bryant like they just played with Chris Paul. LeBron James is rambling about retiring this year, next year. Ain't nobody. They're not playing with LeBron James like that. And LeBron James is very vocal about what he want in the locker room and what he don't want and who he gonna play and who he getting sent off. He very vocal about it. So why do Chris Paul like that? Chris Paul is just as much of a leader as LeBron James and Kobe Bryant was. So why do him dirty in his final year? But those guys are still just vocal about everything that they want. And
they get the VIP treatment. They still get the VIP treatment.
I ain't gonna say LeBron is in charge, but he got a lot of power. He got a lot of faith though.
Yeah, true. Also, you gotta look at the organization. The Los Angeles Clippers is a garbage organization. They've been a garbage organization since I was born. Since we've all been born on this panel, they've been a garbage organization. So, it just and the owner, has taken over a garbage organization from the past owner, and the past owner was a garbage. So I mean, you get what you get, and that's how it usually happens in sports,
I agree.
To me, the most exciting Clipper was the Lob City.
Yeah,
and that's Chris Paul. So that's what I'm saying. So, wouldn't Chris Paul deserve a little bit more from that organization specifically? He the best player from that organization. Yeah. He's the best player that ever did it.
Like I said, Lob City. CP3. He is Lob City. Outside of the Lakers original Lake Show, CP3.
He definitely get a lot of respect. Mm-hmm.
They were doing stuff. Yeah. They were doing stuff that was extraordinary. Let's just be realistic. That's why I feel like he knows so much about that organization. And he knows that they supposed to be doing way better than what they're doing. And he knows how to help them guys win. So by him speaking out, it becomes a problem because I guess they probably looking at him like he don't know what he's talking about no more. Or they probably looking at him like, old man, don't nobody need your advice. But technically, with the losing record that they got, and they are actually on a losing streak as of right now. Because I just read something the other day that James Harden is frustrated and looking to go back to the Houston Rockets. So you need some kind of positive mentor inside the locker room. Because just the coaching staff, that ain't getting nowhere. That ain't getting nobody nowhere. And even by them picking up a John Collins, that was a great pickup, but it ain't getting them over the top.
And then they don't have draft picks for the next goddamn 4-5 years. OKC got all of them, and they gonna be toward the bottom of the Western Conference, so they're gonna be high draft picks going to OKC for the next 4-5 years. Man, it's
garbage organization through in and through out. You done gave OKC the legendary 20. They done gave them boys the legendary 2020s because the whole 2020s they've been picking up everything they didn't want to pick up, and now look at the Clippers. And like Chucky been saying, Lob City, like Papa said, the Lob City, like that is the bright spot of that organization. That's the bright part of that organization. They did Chris Paul the way they did Chris Paul. So yeah, it basically sum it up right there, honestly.
Yeah. We'll leave it there until next time, man. We're coming right back with another episode of the Game Changers podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.